Welcome. And today we'll dive into the stories and reactions to the post from Yell Alcoholic titled, "My Entitled Mom Thinks She Should Live for Free." Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his pen so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. Oh boy, let's get ready for some stories. Yell Alcoholic posted, "My entitled mom thinks she should live for free." Background: 3 years ago I, 24F, decided to move my mom, 61F, in with me when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She had multiple surgeries coming up, and was not physically capable of taking care of herself. She is cancer-free now, but is not in great health. She can't work and draws disability. The first year to year and a half wasn't bad. But the last year and a half to 2 years has been a nightmare. She constantly trashes the house, leaves food laying around for days, destroys things such as my washer and dryer. Has sketchy characters coming in and out that are on drugs. Yells and cusses me out, tells me I'm a bad person. I could keep going forever. A few weeks ago I told her I was done and she needed to move out. She pays me $300 out of her check, which takes care of her rent, cell phone, house insurance, electric, cable, water, and some food. I told her starting in October I was going to start taking the $300 and put it in a savings account, until there was enough money for her to move. When she got paid in October she gave me the money. Today she calls me at work and demands her 300 bags, stating it is her money to do as she pleases with. I asked why she needed the money so bad, and she says it is because she wants to go on vacation to Miami. I explained to her that the $300 she gave me as rent money is in a bill, that I just happen to be saving it rather than using it. She goes on to tell me that I am stealing from her, that it is her money, and I have to give it back to her. When I continued to say no, she said starting next month she is going to save the money herself. Me, knowing that she will just blow the money rather than saving it, I tell her that either she gives me the $300 a month to put in savings, or she has to move out by the end of the month, since she would be no longer paying rent at that point. At this point she starts telling me I am a bad person and a horrible child, that no other child would treat their mother the way I treat her, that since she is my mother she deserves to live with me for free, and shouldn't have to pay for anything, that the money she gets should strictly only be for her and what she wants, that she wasn't going to move out or pay me rent, that she would save money to move when she is ready to. I had to contact my landlord and explain the situation. When she gets her next check, if she doesn't pay me my landlord, and I will be getting her evicted. It just dumbfounds me that she thinks that her 24-year-old daughter who works full-time and goes to school full-time should supply her with a place to live and accessories for free. I make good money for my age, but she acts like I am a money tree. What are your thoughts on Yell Alcoholic story? Please share in the comments below. Now let's go on to hear how some Reddit members reacted to this story. Darth King reacted with, "She's not well and needs to be in a home that can care for her or facility. Also she may just be a freeloading biatch at this point. People may not always be that way and can become that way though. Sad times. From what my family has told me she has always been a freeloader that takes advantage of people. Freeloading biatch applies then. Are we sisters? This is how my mother behaves. She lives with whoever will support her, which was me for a decade. For a couple of years of that time, she was supposed to pay rent. Needless to say, she finally got booted. It seems like she might be developing mild cognitive impairments, the precursor of dementia. Has she had a MOCA test recently? You'll need one if you're to get her into care, I think. Although it sounds like she'd soon be kicked out. How horrible for you when you've tried so hard to look after her. She has been tested for a multitude of things in that scope and they are all negative." The Light of Morning reacted with, "No matter her issues, you don't owe her poop. That's what I keep trying to remind myself. Your mother has lived with you long enough to have a sizable nest egg, but didn't bother to save anything because she felt she could or would just live off you for the rest of her life. She needs to move out, she's destroying your property. You should have charged her for everything you had to replace. And she's bringing questionable characters into your home. For your own safety and well-being, you cannot allow that. Rabid Pokemon Girl reacted with, I think she needs a care home. Also, watch those sketchy characters, that is worrisome. They may come around and ask if she is still there, or she may ask them to intimidate you. Stay safe, friend. Mama Bear 0513 reacted with, I would suggest you get in touch with her doctor. If she just became like this and never exhibited such behavior before, most likely she is not cancer-free. The cancer could have metastasized to her brain. She may have a brain tumor. Rule out medical issues first. If she checks out, then consider a nursing home. She obviously can't care for herself with the kinds of decisions she is making. Booting her to the street is a last resort that you may regret when she dies. I wish you the best of luck. You are in a very difficult position. She has been this way her whole life. Like since a teenager. She uses and abuses people and has very narcissistic behavior. She wouldn't land on the streets. There are family members that would take her in if it came down to that. She also had a checkup a month ago, no cancer. But thank you for the advice. Ah, I thought you meant that 2 years ago she just changed and started acting like this. My advice then changes. Kick her butt to the curb and move on with your life. You are an adult, and as nice as it would be to keep a good mother close through life, there is no need to keep a bad one around. Still, best of wishes. Dark Bomunk reacted with, I can hear all the entitled parents screaming how they raised their kid and how they are owed. Poop, they owe the children. They technically violated their rights by forcing them to be born. Then forcing them to live to adulthood. I think they owe the child for the trauma of being conceived. Amen. I could tell you nightmare stories of my childhood. The life I have provided her the past 3 years is on a different spectrum compared to what she gave me in my youth. Kale Campy 2244 reacted with, I would have kicked her out the first time she brought a drug user into my home or trashed my belongings. You were wonderful to let her move in when she was sick, but you don't owe her anything. Mel and Choli reacted with, don't let her health and her BS guilt you. She needs to go. You don't owe her poop when she's toxic. People like that make their own bed. You're doing a great job, by the way. Sue Dragon 2K3 reacted with, ask her how much she paid her parents. Demand receipts. I think what's so comical is that she admits she was a piece of poop daughter and treated her parents like garbage. Then here I am letting her live in a nice place with hardly any cost to her compared to my $1,000 rent alone. Not including everything else. I have spent thousands on her medical bills, but I am the bad person and the piece of poop daughter. Carter's J reacted with, my mother is just as entitled. She's always had the mindset that she shouldn't have to work and that everything should be handed to her. I don't know where it came from, but I'm getting sick of helping her with money. I'm in pre-med and I work full-time. I don't have the resources for this. Straight Arachnid 44 reacted with, it's sad that she acts like she's God. And do what she wants. She acts like you have the money to take care of both of you and she lives for free. Shaking my head. Make Peace Together reacted with, wow. First, sorry you're going through this. Second, I agree, there's something in her brain that's not running on all juices, not to be mean. A typical parent would love to help their children and not be a burden with the extra expense of her living there. You saving her $300 is a genius move and most definitely should not be returned to her. I'm sure she can wait on the vacay since she's living off disability. I would be more peed that she wants to spend $300 towards her vacay. Versus helping her daughter who works full-time and attends university full-time. Stand ground with her. You're doing the right thing. She may not thank you now, but fingers crossed she will one day. David J 90999 reacted with, sounds like your mom is a drug addict. Think about it. She had a horrible cocaine addiction when I was a kid. She has been off and on drugs her whole life. She has been clean now for about 12 years. But who knows, she could have fallen down the rabbit hole again. Ars Kiera reacted with, "Wow. I'm really sorry you are going through this. Unfortunately, self-entitlement is a thing. I hope you stick to your guns. It's hard being tough with those you love. Just remember, you can love her, but you don't have to like what she's doing." Lurker Nan reacted with, "I do not understand parents who think that they have the ability to give birth to Santa Claus. Your children do not owe you anything." Pen 15 always wins reacted with, "I'd tell her that every other child probably has a better mother." Vander 27 reacted with, "She sounds borderline. The emotional dysregulation really gives it away for your mother. All the examples of her behavior you've given sound exactly like it. Without dialectical behavior therapy treatment, it's not something she'll ever see any improvement on. And distancing yourself may be the only solution for you. If you want to better learn to handle the rapid mood swings, erratic behavior, and keep her in your life, I highly recommend Loving Someone with Borderline Personality Disorder by Shari Manning. If you want to break free, then stop caretaking the borderline or narcissist. How to End the Drama and Get On with Life is the book for you." This was my thought too. Borderline personality disorder and narcissism. Everything you say sounds like a severely ill narcissist. You don't have to put up with her, and for your own sake, you mustn't. Accidentally High reacted with, "You are 100% doing the right thing. When she realizes that you are serious and she can't order you to give her what she wants, she'll try to guilt trip you, maybe threaten something dramatic. But stick to your guns, you're entitled to your own life. She is not entitled to your money or home." Dutchy Ardeen reacted with, "The things your mom said to you aren't just examples of her being entitled. She's manipulative and emotionally abusive. Trust me when I say you will never win with her. She will use and abuse you forever if you let her. Start the eviction process. Do it legally. It will take a few weeks depending on where you live. File the paperwork and kick her out." And finally, Kijichi reacted with, "It's amazing how some parents think they can just poop all over you and do what they want just because you're their kid. You don't owe her poop. You were kind enough to take care of her and she repaid you with breaking your stuff, being a slob and bringing druggies into the house. Time for her to go." Well, there you have it. A perfectly great set of reactions from a bunch of upstanding citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. And hit that silly little bell as well to ensure you get the latest videos as they come out. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. He must have found more stories for me to share with you. See you soon.